What's going down? What's going down? What's going down? What's going down? Black family, what's going down? What's going down? All right. We're going to be dealing with something today called weapons. One in particular, a certain type of weapon. Um, if you go back and look at the video that I posted up, um, it talks about, I'm talking about the 4-hour one that I did. It talks about this particular, what's called a triple blade weapon. Now, in addition to this, what's funny about this, someone pointed it out to me. If you go and look in, what's the movie called? The Mummy 2. One of the girls that was fighting had a spear similar to something like that. I mean, a dagger that was something like that. Addition to that, if you go and look in 300, some of the arrows that they had was similar like that to what they shot in 300, the movie. There's quite a few of them out there with this particular feature. But what's more important about this is before we even can look at and the reason why I'm tying language into this is because language, to me, I think is picked up, as far as words, is picked up off weaponry, as far as a weapon art. Prime example, let me see it. I'm gonna try and do it right. I don't know if similar to something like that. A dagger would look. Okay. There's another one. Quite a few movies carry these kind of daggers. But the reason why I'm bringing up the dagger, or even if I was to bring it up this particular shape right here, even Mortal Kombat, Melina carries these particular weapons with the pre-series out there. But more importantly, this weapon carries a lot of alphabets in it that we don't really see. I mean, if I was to sit here and take off a portion of it, we got the letter U. Or even better, if I was to replace the middle part, you got the letter Y. But more importantly, who or what culture founded this particular weapon? And like I told people before, it's like the same thing with the samurai sword. What culture founded this weapon? What culture founded that weapon? There's only one culture. God damn it, let it go. So if they're capable of making this particular weapon that can cut through metal, well, what the hell is over there? And we start to figure out what's going on in Japan as far as ancient weapons and, sophistication of a different level. Now, mind you, let's say if we draw a picture of the planet, okay? Russia, Korea, Asia, India. I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? Now, over here, off in the cut, you got Japan, okay? Now, what's extraordinary about this location, if we were to go here and map it out, and I actually got some of this stuff in the wrong spot, but long story short, this right here would be your equator. Now, I know it's in the wrong spot, But the reason why I made this more or less a microscopic situation to zoom in on, because of the location of what's known as volcanoes. You see, it's in a northern region. So with that being said, unlike a subtropic location, the metal is more thick and sharper over here because of the cold. Now, mind you, addition to that, the particular metal that they was dealing with in Africa, and we'll just put Africa over here in the cut. Bad map of Africa. My bad. But you can see just off the thermal, as far as climate, which one would survive well the most. You see, they were able, with the flat top pyramids linked to the sea, they were able to overthrow them with sharp metallic weapons with that particular thermal. But they came into Egypt and Africa and did their thing there too. And I think there's a particular boat raid that showed a war that took place between the coaches, naval-wise or whatever, as far as with the battle with ships and whatever. That's on a particular temple. I forget which location, but I know it's up there near Saqqara. But addition to that, here you have where over a period of time, what's known as the Hyksos or Hyksos, or however you want to, however somebody sum their ass up. To me, they ain't spelling nothing but ching ching off the bat. And that be Japan. They were known for doing sea raiding and coming in, tearing motherfucking shit up by boat. Okay, ain't no facts going around it. Now, even worse to the wonder that the Hyksos migrated here or came here and let's say settled there for a good extensive time, and then they got drove out. Well, if you came in with the weapons, what the hell happened? You see? What the hell happened? Now, another thing we're looking at too is the thermal of that weapon start to get soft because it was in the temperatures that it's not used to being in, which is the desert. Kind of links it together. So if you got all these metallic weapons, including the sword, the samurai sword, ninja sword, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, once heat get to it, it tends to crack. And thus, this began to break because of, that's right, erosion. So with that being said, we can see how they were driven out, because if you came in to whoop that ass, you would have kept going and whooping that ass. Somehow, some way, you stopped whooping that ass and it went the other way around. So that's one understanding we got a hold of. Another situation that we can take a look at as well is the fact that, let's say with the explosive that people normally deal with as far as with fireworks, that's another situation. So obviously some fucking fireworks is nothing but a damn mini fucking TNT shit. Matter of fact, I done met several kids already who got their damn hand blown off from messing with fireworks. Because why? The parent allowed it. The parent permits it. Because they stuck in Gaga world with entertainment. So here we're looking at two particular functions that took place. Now, another thing that caught my attention is this. When you take a look at, let's say, the Egyptian crown helmet, okay? It doesn't matter what figurine you put in there as far as whoever. All right. That's it's not my best situation when it comes to the, but it is what it is. But long story short, we can clearly see that this is also, well, let's just say this probably was the primary, but equivalent to this is also that's right. The goddamn me samurai helmet. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when you go and look on the papyrus, on the walls, all you gotta do, I think, I can't think of the damn pharaoh, but it's a naval battle, like I said, where you see one group with no horns on the helmet, and the other group got horns on the helmet. And who's the only one that rocks some shit like that that predates Vikings? We right back to the same motherfuckers again. We right back to Japan getting his hands dirty. Go and look at the Shogun artifacts. If you think I'm lying. Go and look at the ancient army attire. If you think I'm lying. When they come to them horns sticking out their head, nigga, that's the motherfucking hordes. That's the hordes. That's them barbaric shit. They'll use the damn horns of a dead animal and dress themselves in that attire. That's how they roll. They'll rape a dead person. It is what it is. Deal with yourself. But shit, you got motherfuckers out there frying dogs. Shit, you match this shit up. But go and look, you'll see what that naval battle is a distinct drawing of it. Like I said, you got naval fleets on ships, all kind of people on ships and shit. Some of them got long spears. Like I told you, this goddamn dagger shit or trident is out around this time and predating it. So you can see off the bat that somehow, some way, you had an Asia versus African war. And they putting it right there on the walls for you. They putting it right there on the walls for you. But it speaks for yourself. Why is it that you see them fighting? One group is wearing, for the helmets, one group got horns, the other group, no horns. Go and match that shit up. It's right there in the goddamn carved in the rocks. Go match it up if you think I'm lying. Okay. So goddamn it, if one got horns and you wearing a fucking helmet, nigga, you do the goddamn math on where the fuck you get your goddamn devil shit from. That's exactly what the fuck that shit looked like on the goddamn wall. While the other group ain't wearing no goddamn horns. Now, off rip, if you're wearing a helmet and you ain't got horns, well, off rip, you can go ahead and link the goddamn me Olmecs to this whole affair as far as trying to help who? Goddamn me Egypt out. You see what I'm saying? They right there helping them out. I spelled that backwards like a motherfucker. Trying to help them out. So long story short, if over there in Americas you got helmets with no horns, but over there in the Pacific, they rocking this shit. Over here in the damn Arctics, they rocking that shit. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. God damn it, zip code is zip code, okay? Deal with it. Deal with the shit and with the location. Horns versus no horns. Now here's even more incrimination. It's funny how the helmet with horns is almost similar to the fucking weapon itself. A fucking goddamn staff with horns. You see? So I mean, you wonder where in fishing they get the goddamn fishing hook from. The same fucking concept. Because in Africa, they wasn't dealing with that kind of shit. They deal with casting the net. Like any other culture that's native would do. Or they get a goddamn a stick, a long ass branch, trim the edges real sharp, and harpoon that motherfucker. But by that time, your ass hungry, like 2 hours later, you gotta do this shit again. That's why they made this weapon. That way you can catch what? Multiple goddamn fish. Okay? That's so you can catch multiple goddamn fish. That's all this shit for. And you know the way the Asians hunt, they're not gonna sit here and hunt no damn petty ass shit. So goddamn you subject with this weapon and tool to sit here and catch easily goddamn 6 to damn near 9. And maybe even more if your ass get it right. You may get 2 or 3 shots, which means what? Goddamn it, times 3 or damn it times 4. Depending on the damn possibilities on it. But there you see the weapon go hand in hand. Same thing with the helmet. If your ass got somebody you trying to sit here and fucking waylay and spear the shit out their ass, like the fucking rhino, what the hell you think they get that shit from? Motherfucker right there finna waylay somebody's ass. Then you gonna get jabbed with that shit. Everything is a weapon when it comes to, you know, they kind of fighting style. Because they're gonna bring the weapons out of a secret compartment. That's how they close quarter combat is. They teach the police a lower tier of it. That's why they give the police weapons that can be seen. They don't give them weapons that's hidden. So with that being said, there are 2 different styles. One is out in the open while the other one ain't. Let's see, another type of weapon that was also around that time anyway is the damn bow and arrow. Another tactician of their particular style, because why? You got to fight from a damn distance and kill somebody way over here while you way over here. Why? Because you can't fight when you that close. Not this way. You know you're going to get your ass straight and muttered down. And normally coaches who don't know how to fight deal with archery. Sad, man, the way somebody got this game tricked and trapped, but it is what it is. Another thing somebody had pointed out to me, they had asked me, well, how did the other coaches out there become the coaches they were if it wasn't for, you know, the location they was at or the this, that, and the third. I'm like, from dealing with people with trial and error, just about the smallest thing can cause a greater damage. The smallest thing can cause a greater damage or a greater transformation. Now, chances are, um, from what I got, if you in an area where you always eating from the sea, we always point out, based off the research that we found, that mercury, that shit ain't nothing to play with. So when you sit here dealing with animals from the ocean, and then you cook it, and then it turns that reddish color, you're gonna take on that appearance based on that surroundings of that particular location. I mean, look at killer whales. They fucking black and white, but shit, look at whales. But shit, the number one threat in the ocean is a damn killer whale. Because can't nobody fuck with it. Except for time itself or another killer whale. Or a school of sharks if it's injured. But other than that, it is what it is. Killer whale pretty much runs all that. But here you are, like I said, dealing with a group that has Land of the Rising Sun. And it's pretty much a red sun. They're going to tell you the whole evidence right there. And that's pretty much Japan's damn me logo. Now, there's no knock on them. Do I think they taking orders from someone else? Hell yeah. Because there's always going to be someone, the person who, or people behind this shit, they going to keep maneuvering until, you know, they keep on hiding around the peekaboo corner. But as far as with weaponry itself, and you know what? The one thing that I know that when people were dealing with sophistication, tools or sharp tools and this, that, and the third, it was always something dealing with close quarters. Whether they're chipping away or building something or sculpting something, however it is that they were shaping with the sharp tools. Bottom line is, it was for something for close quarters. The thing that got my attention was weapons that was made for distance or to kill you where it's a little further range, but it's still close quarters. And see, when I start to look at, again, that particular staff, it just caught my attention. It just really, really caught my attention. So with that being said, once I seen it in Sumer, once I seen it in India, once I seen it in Europe, matter of fact, we ain't even put Europe into play. We'll come to the damn grandma. Greece. That pretty much was a wrap. Only location I was trying to look for it even more was over here in the Americas, but that's still a question mark. But what isn't a question mark is where it was made, the origin. And that brings it right back to Japan. Now, to test this knowledge out, if you think I'm lying, why don't you ask any of them? When it comes to the ancient language, how come they can't sit here and translate it? Oh, you can't translate Egyptian? Buddy, that's a different system. Y'all still using calligraphy, and that's an issue. So with that being said, we got problems. The whole world got problems and don't know it. What I was going to say about something else. Damn, it kind of slipped my mind. Because like I said, I was thinking about the helmets as far as the ones in Egypt, and we could tell based off that, it's the same duplication that we see also with the Olmecs in Americas. Now, another thing that I was also trying to get across, someone had also asked me, well, first let me finish with the other question as far as like let's say somebody from India, that complexion, and uh, let's say another culture out there, probably well, I couldn't even say Native Indian because Native Indians in India are pretty much the same kind of culture. It just somehow, some way, it's a mixture between Ethiopian and Asian. And to prove that fact, Ethiopian has a different shade of brown skin to their color. I mean, the way that mahogany color looks on them, it distinctly separates them from a lot of cultures over them. So, I mean, to put everything in perspective, um, pretty much black people don't really come with silky, silky hair like that. But the only way you get that is by someone else coming into your territory, integrating or invading. And being that there's no history of the particular two integrating, well, obviously there are hidden records of someone invading. And that seems to be the trick going on around here. We can claim um, whatever we want to claim with the books, Adam and Eve, whatever, Noah and his three sons, who went what direction, this, that, and the third. But when it comes to India and China, and then you got East Africa, that's the combination right there because you can see that you got dark skin, but you also have silky hair. So that goes to show you when it comes to the skin, we see the dominant factor. When it comes to the hair, we see the alternative factor. And see, with your hair, it blends in with a lot of different things. But to sit here and turn silk into this, naps, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. So, more or less, like I said, however they were integrating, if you ask me, I think somebody came to invade. And, you know, it is what it is. Most people, when they sit here and want to live in a society to learn about something, the one thing I learned about this particular area with the Xi'an Empire, with the flat top pyramids over there in North China, there's plenty of what they call agriculture land over there. It's a lot of, which means that they somehow, some way, whoever was there at its earliest form, and I'm thinking that, and I'm still looking for the evidence, but I don't know if the Asians was here or whether they had their own territory somewhere in the middle between the Pacific. Because when you take a look at Russia and goddamn me Alaska, they damn near right there, that close to each other. I kid you no lie. So the rest of the Pacific could have been its own territory for these people. And then you got Japan right there. Now, my only point to this whole thing is, if there was a black culture that was there, that proved itself to be going from, let's say, North Africa to where the Kushites are, to India, to and the Kushites meaning Mesopotamia and all that stuff there, up into like Tibet, damn near through China, being the resting point, and no, not even that. They also alternative to Russia as well. So, because there are Nubian pillars there. But to deal with the situation at hand, here you have a location here, a location here, um, Tibet, India, Mesopotamia, and also Northeast Africa. Now, mind you, if the Asians was originally over here, for argument's sake, and you had Africans that were here in the Sian region where the step pyramids are, then we can clearly see how that fits. Now, to put the Asians there before anyone else, it kind of clouds it up a little bit. Because I'm trying to figure, when you were doing your masonry stones, why you didn't keep going? Why you didn't build huge monuments like they did, let's say, in Baalbek or in Petra or in Northeast Africa, even over there in Peru, or even over there in Mexico? Why you didn't deal with this? That's one. Another cheese on the trap to show that there was vast civilization there of people was the fact, and you can go look for yourself from an aerial view when you look at the pyramids. Man, it is so much goddamn me acres of agriculture. I mean, acres of it. Acres of fucking agriculture land all around this shit. You see what I'm saying? All around it. And then on top of that, they got their fucking cities around this shit. Cities around it. Nothing but civilization heavy around it. Now, this is what got me and showed me that you couldn't have built them. That was the first place you hit up, but you couldn't have built them. And here's how. When you go and take a look at these other locations, whether it be India, Temple of the Sun, whether it be the Kutshites or Mesopotamia, whether it be Tibet, hell, whether well, I ain't gonna say that yet. Whether it be Northeast Africa, or even Mexico, or even Peru, all them places are damn near like desert region, like somebody just cut the fucking water wave off that shit. Meanwhile, you look over here, niggas are vegetation up over there in China. Agriculture down. Living it up. Coming to our goddamn places or training other cultures to come and hit our ass up. See that shit? See that shit? Like I said, they deal with triple crossing. They're going to send someone else to do the job, and then going to come and pay this peaceful shit and still shit on your ass at the same time. That's how they roll. But there it is, clear as the day. Go and look at the seas. And go and look at, goddamn me, all that vegetation, agriculture around it, with the city around the motherfucker. Which means, goddamn it, that agriculture is still agriculture. They never stop. And if you never stop eating, your nation gonna flourish. If you cut somebody else's water supply off, they ass can't eat. If they can't eat, motherfuckers gonna flee. They damn sure ain't gonna fight for a land that ain't got no food. See how that work? So you go and look at any other location out there ancient wise, and the only one that's on the rise to try and make itself reestablish is Sudan. You go and look at Sudan and its pyramids, desert-like area, shit, they got some vegetation, agriculture of acres over there. So props out to North Africa, make a comeback. But here it is, clear as day. People gotta eat. And you see other cultures out there putting that goddamn plastic shit or that fake shit out there, and y'all just chowing away on that motherfucker liking it and loving it to die, and don't give a shit about it. See how that works? But trust me, I recommend you go and look up them damn pyramids over there in Asia and look at the green vegetation. How much of it is over there. Meanwhile, they giving your ass plastic, nasty fucking food. Eat that shit. Your stomach hurt. Your kidney hurt. You all fucked up. And the only thing you can do is sit here and point the finger at each other and want to beat the shit out of each other. That's the cheese on the track. Why? Because the object is to never have the chain link stay a strong chain link. They know if that shit's strong, goddamn it, that bitch loop around, it's over. It's over because they working together. Other coaches are working together to keep our ass locked the fuck down. But you know, it is what it is. I was dealing with someone that what it was. I was dealing with some agriculture techniques with somebody the other day, and a female came over there and was looking at it, this, that, the third, asking questions about it. What about this? What about that? How about this? How about that? And where'd you learn this from? And I said on the walls of Africa. And a brother heard that shit and he got kind of upset. And he gonna sit here and tell me that, you know, it kind of tainted his feelings because, you know, I told the girl, you ain't gonna find information like this in no book, which meaning the religious books. Because let's just face it, the Asians are the one that wrote that motherfucker. And like I told y'all before, you go look at them councils of Nicaea, all that shit. God damn it, the Asians are there. Okay? The Asians are there on the scene at all that shit. They there at the first 5 fucking meetings. Because I always ask anybody, what the fuck is Oriental Orthodox? That's how I know who wrote the damn book. Now, here's even more cheese to the trap. If you go and look at days of creation, here's we already know plants, sun. Day 3 versus day 4. Now you see this right here, right? Let me put that right there. You see that, right? Now, goddamn, if I do Mortal Kombat, my nigga, I don't want to hear this shit. And you say this plant come before the sun? We know about that. We ain't done. Watch how we throw another one at you. Here you got Noah. 3 sons. Okay? Chapter 10 verses 11. 10 gonna tell you generations of children, many language. But damn it, this gonna tell you the world speaks only one language. Now, I just got finished saying the 3 brothers came from one dad. One. They both, or all 4 of them, are speaking the same language. Or how the fuck they built the damn ark. How they gather the animals. How they sat there and pretty much worked as a team to make that happen if there was no communication. Somebody had to coordinate something using language. One language or many languages. You do the math on that shit. Now, with that being said, the book gonna tell you that they had generations and they created many languages. And then all of a sudden, you flip to 11 after it goes through each son, and it tells you that the world is now under one language. Well, who the fuck made the damn many languages and how did they become one? I'm going to help y'all out with this. And this is why Oriental Orthodox is on the scene. Here you have, and we'll make it layman's term. And we see they using reverse stigmatism in thought training. Which meaning this over here is chapter 1. This over here is chapter 2. This over here is chapter 1. This over here is chapter 2. Now, the reason why I'm explaining it to you this way is this. I'm just going to make up a symbol. I don't know how their languages are, whatever. Some of it, I don't even want to go there. Now, when you're dealing with an Asian flag, okay? How you read this is going downward. Okay? And sometimes they read it going up. Same thing in Native Indian language when you have an animal here, animal here, animal here, animal here, and then you got the goddamn a motherfucking bird up top. You know what I'm saying? You got all that shit going on. It's the same concept. Same concept. You see? And this deals with the same situation as well. But this is the reason why when you read the passage, you don't realize that you are reading the same type of formation. That's why they wrote it the way they wrote it. You got to go by what the Oriental Orthodox author is projecting this as. So when you look at day 3 in Genesis versus day 4 in Genesis, the plants coming before that, we know that don't make sense. We know that don't make sense. Volcanoes create the goddamn land. Thus, when the shit cools off, then you get acid rain and shit, and boom, then you get germination. That way, from the plants and the goddamn minerals and shit mixing together to make algae based off the sun cooking that shit. So we understand that the sun is needed with heat thermal. So with this being said even more, this goes to show you the same concept of why they put in chapter 2 first and chapter 1 second. Why? Because it's what's known as a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? Same thing here. Chapter 10, even though we're reading numerically 10, then 11, we see that. But what we don't see is the reverse psychology here, where they put in chapter 2 first, then chapter 1. They're showing you who is on the goddamn scene. They're showing you who is the author and how it's being translated. You see? But the way they had them translating this information was basically from a Nile Valley perspective of reading it from east to west or from west to east. But when you put the chronology this way, it spills the bean on why you have Oriental Orthodox in the group, because of their manuscript. And it's facts. It's facts. So 12 tribes of Israel, you 12 tribes of fucking Chaldean. Split that shit the fuck up. They want y'all to pick a goddamn tribe, because why? That chases you from Africa. That's 1. 2, goddamn it, even with y'all own shit, y'all never gonna be on the same page. How can you be a 12 tribes of Israel when, damn it, Y'all not even one family. Do you see 12 tribes of Israel with fucking Noah's son? Huh? You see how you get 12 out of 3? Sit your ass down, man. This is what I mean. We get upset when someone come out here with this kind of information and ABC it 1 inch at a damn time like a clock. The clock with the big hand goes what? Minute based off the seconds calculating. So you gotta take your time when you calculate, and just cause shit don't go your fucking way, boo hoo hoo, damn it, get your feelings the hell on. Calculate this shit right. Nobody got time for fucking mistakes. Cause look what it cost our people doing slavery. Look what happened. Look what happened. We're gonna give you some more with this Ching Ching Asian invasion. We're gonna wake y'all ass up. All right. Not my best drawing, but oh well. I might as well add some more, right? All right. We're going to deal with 2 variations, okay? We're going to deal with the variations of checkers. And we're going to deal with the variations. I'm just going to do like a mini one here. Of chess. Don't laugh at me, man. All right. I'll label the difference. Chess, checker. Now, we're going to deal with the movie Colors. Colors. All right. Now, when it comes to checkers, what are the colors of the opponent? You got black, and you got red. See how that comes up? And over here with chess, you got what? Black. You got white in most cases. Now, some of them is brown. / brown. Now, mind you, when it comes to these 2 games, and strategy-wise, well, they're just about similar, based on the character. All characters are different. Whether you got the king in checkers, or the peons in checkers, or you got the pawns in chess, and the different characters in the background for the royalty. Now, here's the kicker. We already know where I'm going with this as far as with red. That's right. We already know the culture that eats from the ocean. And the black is the one that what? Exactly. Eats from the land. So with that being said, the game of checkers, unlike with chess, and we're going to get into the colors next. Chess, you only can take 1 player at a time, right? Which means you got to set one up just so you can double cross it. You see what I'm getting with the game? Double crossing. order for you to take that one player, you got to set it up for it to double cross. You see what I'm saying? But with checkers, there is triple cross. Because why? You can take more than one player off that board. However you want to jump it. You see? Just off that one movement. And see, that's the difference between an Asian culture versus these other two. And the brown, we already know, they already labeled that with who? People who are from Spanish or same thing with the Middle East. Sand niggas are sand niggas. It is what it is. Same thing with the albino culture that y'all want to call white. They still rock the goddamn me pink skin. So deal with yourself. God damn it. It is what it is. It is what it is. The game been teaching you all this time. You see what I'm saying? The game been teaching you all this time. And these special moves of the characters in the background speaks for itself once you learn the game. But real talk, it is what it is. Now find out what culture invented checkers, take it from there. Versus the culture that invented chess. And you do see them playing board games over there in the Nile Valley. Now, if you got motherfuckers attacking your culture, why you playing board games, I don't know. Nonetheless, but everything, like I said, boils down to this culture right here. It is what it is. You can sit here and say they attacked Pearl Harbor or this, that, and the third. You can sit here and say they created all kind of video games or animation to sit here and dwell your damn mind and shit. But it is what it is. God damn it. These people ain't gonna forget that they had a big ass fucking goddamn me mushroom cloud of fucking explosion that took place on their goddamn me island. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna forget that shit. They is not gonna forget that. You could have wiped out their whole culture just like that. Just like that. You see? Now, whether this situation, how should we say, was a fluke, perhaps, we don't know. But one thing we do know is when it comes to an explosion, we're dealing with the bomb. The land is going to be heavily saturated, which means no vegetation, baby. So I'm curious to how all of a sudden the island has vegetation. See how that works? So when looking back at a lot of stuff in history, and we come to find out that what didn't take place, America landed on the moon. Bullshit. Jesus walked the water. Bullshit. Really? A lot of stuff out there we can say bullshit too. But as far as the evidence within, it is what it is. People will sit here and stage an event just to get you to feel sorry for them. There's a lot of narcissists out there that do that. But that's the name of the game as far as trying to hustle somebody and to get them to do what you want. You know what I'm saying? A thief would work that way. A killer would work that way. They can sit here and play hurt or I'm starving, this, that, and the third. And next thing you know, they jumping on your ass, you know. That's that. But again, we always want to keep ourselves in an uncomfortable mode. And the one thing I had learned this from was from water. You see, it's a big ass planet. I'll just leave it like this. I'm not drawing no content. But a big ass planet and it's full of water, and the water don't stop, baby. See that? You gotta be like water. Non-stop. You keep yourself uncomfortable, you can always flow out of a situation. You keep yourself comfortable, your ass gonna get trapped in the goddamn meat glass. The next thing you know, your ass gonna get lower, lower, till your ass ain't nothing but gas. Evaporate. So that's one thing in life you have to understand. Always keep yourself uncomfortable. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with hearing somebody curse this, you know, information or curse whatever they're trying to sit here and spit out. Y'all done heard comedy before. But don't sit here and, you know, make it seem like you absent to, you know, hearing the damn language. A lot of y'all done played sports before your coach done cuss your ass out. Man, you better get up out of here. I got kids. Your kids, you cuss in front of your kids. Quit playing. Or your kids gonna go out in the world and they ain't gonna hear nobody else cuss? Because they can't be mad? Y'all be playing this game like shit don't never happen in front of your face. Y'all keep on playing these damn dumb games. It never happened. Yeah, it did happen. Wake your dumb ass up with that hallucination shit. But then again, we right back to where I was saying before. The goddamn Mercury syndrome. Okay? We right back to it again. The Mercury syndrome. You might well throw a little bit of goddamn lead in there and a little bit of goddamn copper in there. But it is what it is, because y'all put these particular products around you daily, goddamn me 24/7. You wonder why your brain can't think. Because why? It's attacking your nervous system. Your nervous system is caked with this shit. And damn it, you already know copper is fucking an electrical unit. So you gonna take that motherfucker with motherfucking mercury or lead? Lipstick. Mascara. Play with yourself however you need to. But damn it, your body builds off itself off fuel. And if you putting this particular copper in you, more than a certain amount that your body is already having to sit here and circulate with, damn it, your shit gonna overload. And thus the brain gonna overload. Why? Because you keep sending, like any other person who don't want to sit here and want to have their cake and eat it too, you keep sending mixed messages, okay, to your own brain. And therefore, irresponsible shit pop up with shit like that. Because of materials that come out of goddamn me Asia. Deal with it. Deal with it. I didn't put it out there, but I'm a damn sure expose it because why? A lot of people ain't subject to this shit. You ain't sign up, give me mercury so I can be dumb. Give me this shit so I can be dumb. You ain't signed for that shit. If you did, that's your ass being stupid as hell. Don't put the rest of the world with your goddamn dumbness. But again, when it comes to the nervous system, like they know about this shit because of the damn sperm cell, okay? They know anything that's tied to this region right here, that thick part, before you come to that long ass extensive part of the tail, which is AKA the motherfucking spine, and this is the damn head, and then you got the brain. Okay? But this is the most important part, as well as this part right here. Because that's also linked to the cerebellum, as well as other parts before it connects to that spine, which is vital, which is very vital. Because a lot of your information from the your nervous system is linked into this. What's the word I'm looking for, computer-wise? It's more or less like a goddamn DH link, where you're linking your USBs into it to have something in hardware communicate to your computer, keyboard, whatever else. So with that being said, you have all this going on. Same thing here, more or less like a mainframe. And then you have the cerebellum, which deals with coordination from within all that. And then it sends it, cycle of itself, to that goddamn brain. And that's what's going on. So whether you have something that calculates, or something that brings in emotion, now we see how the feminine and the male gene is masculine itself into a joint effort in that brain. But it's there. It's there. But that's the reason why the combination is there, even on the walls in Africa, as far as with even the Ankh, and also the triangle. And that's what that whole thing symbolized. But people who want to sit here and play this rule the world shit, they know this shit right here, linked to the syndrome, is only going to fuck that up. And this is the reason why a lot of y'all go to a job that y'all don't like. You hate going to it. You know you do. You want to do something crafty and creative and then hop on a better goal. Damn it, that's what it's all about. But to sit here and keep your ass doing a job for 20 plus years, you're going to train yourself to shit on your own brothers and sisters. And then walk around here with the I don't care syndrome. It's me against the world. And, you know, I get mine. Again, you getting yours. You get Tom getting his, Bill getting his, Ralph getting his. Hey, we can name the whole alphabet. Okay? 26 motherfuckers getting theirs. Meanwhile, and we'll go to the alphabet on that. 26 motherfuckers is getting theirs on the solo tip. Meanwhile, you take a look at the circumstances of the household. Damn it, your whole bank account is going right to Asia. Why y'all blaming each other and getting yours and shitting on people who you know who you supposed to be linking up with? They don't do that. Matter of fact, and I always say it, the difference between Asia and what you want to call Caucasians or albinos, these people will take your money. These people won't. You go to any country and they come with that Jim Crow shit, get out my store, nigger. All this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, what the smart motherfucker who want to get something out your ass, what do you think they'll do? Hurry up and buy. See the difference in the two? See the difference in the two? And by you getting abused by this culture, it's making you run over here. See the cheese on the trap? You ain't gonna run no goddamn Indian store. Why? Motherfucker got a goddamn me smelling odor. Your ass ain't gonna buy shit out of there with that motherfucking smelling now. You gonna haul ass out of there quick. Okay? Go run to the Spanish store if you want to. Go ahead. Go run into it. Go run into it. They'll take your money and they're going to give your ass some cheap as hell. So, my nigga, the one who's taking your dollars is Asian. The one who wouldn't care about your dollars is them. The one who hardly even get your shit is them. I don't know how they pay their taxes. And the goddamn me, the one who sit here and take your shit and, look out for you and take the damn pennies is the motherfucking Spain from Hain. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And goddamn me, let's not go here. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Nigga, 5-finger discount. Goddamn it. 5FD. Motherfucker gonna come and take that shit up out of it when you ain't looking. That's how that works. So with this being said, and you can go and try this experimentation yourself. How many of y'all go to these white people establishments and they try to kick you out? They don't even want your money. As a matter of fact, I had seen a video where a brother was going to buy something at a store, and I guess he didn't see the sign. It was the sign on there for teenagers. If you bring your bag in, you gotta leave it at the front, by the front desk or the front counter. Can't walk around the store. I guess he was, had some burglary going on, thievery. So after them arguing, and he didn't see this shit, she called the police on him about to spray him with mace, and she ain't take his money. I gotta buy my shit and go. I'm out. But it is what it is. That's the difference in the two. Goddamn me. Any other coach out there would probably be subject to want to take your money. They'll just, take your attitude with it. But it is what it is. But the one thing that black coaches be tripping me out on is, you racist. Stop using that shit as a goddamn cop-out. And if they is racist, so fucking what? You shouldn't be going to their fucking stores. Ain't building your world, you building they shit, but you complaining about the shit you in because you in they shit. You in they shit. You deal with that, man. You deal with that. You in they shit, complain. You deal with it. So, long story short, it is what it is. But we can already see, even with the economics, I explained in a lot of videos, your kids' toys, games, goddamn me, electric units, items, all this shit. Goddamn it, y'all paying homage to Japan, baby. Y'all coughing up that money. And let me not bring up the number one thing that y'all really cough up the money for. It's goddamn me religion. Or religion, to tell a damn lie. Y'all coughing that up as well. So cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. All this right here. And you wonder why they want to give your ass Section 8 and, make you put the dude on child support. Because your ass do not want to fucking think. They know when your ass come in them courtrooms and you ain't got your noodles on tight with the goddamn way shit goes in them courtrooms, man, your ass is baked chicken. They know that. And they wait for the first fuck up and boom. They got y'all. That's why I tell any man out there, no man should be on child support because why? All sperm is linked to the father. Which means, damn it, from head to motherfucking toe, every person out there belongs to the Father. So y'all need to pay homage with that shit. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's stuck on Mother's Day so motherfucking much, you forget about the damn purpose of the dad. The dad is the one that got your ass here. Why your worthless ass around this bitch thinking about that me, myself, and I Mercury syndrome. And that's what we gonna label that me, myself, and I shit. Mercury shit. You like the volcano. You want to engulf every goddamn thing for yourself and tearing up everybody else shit in the fucking process or sabotaging this shit in the process. Which is the dumbest shit I ever heard. Because even your goddamn stupid ass shit is temporary. You're not gonna live 100+ years old. So sit your ass the hell down with why you gotta get over on a motherfucker and waste your damn time with this shit. A whole lot of things we could be doing on the planet, but because someone keep conning you to go against your own peoples, it is what it is. And all you gotta do, like I said, is go look on the papyrus or go look on the goddamn walls. You gonna see the fight. Goddamn me, matter of fact, here's what it kind of looks like. You got the Pharaoh. He got a what it is, a goddamn me bow and arrow and shit. Bad artwork, Mike. And he on a horse chariot or some shit like that. That's what the shit looked like. And there's like a motherfucking naval battle going on. And one culture, like I said, is wearing helmets with the goddamn horns. The other culture ain't. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, only ones who sit here and wear this kind of ornament was Nubians, aka Kush, and the Olmecs. Them the only two. The only two. Other than that, you're dealing with this group out of here. You're dealing with them goddamn me, what it was called, Mono Nofu. The damn Sam Barai. Okay? That's what that shit means. Like I said, they shit go back 50,000 plus BC. Go and look it up and rock with it if you think I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, they shit go back far, far past your book, Bible lovers. Because you go by them damn dates and how long them damn babies was being processed when they were fathers. We mapped the shit out to be goddamn me 3,800 BC for goddamn Adam. Nuh-uh. Uh-huh. Don't give me that shit. But that's what the battle at sea looks like. And more likely, like I said before, we know, damn it, the Vikings were nowhere to be found. In the goddamn 50,000 BCs. But the samurais was. The Mononufu was. They ass on the scene. And so is they goddamn me motherfucking weapon. Now, if you think I'm lying, look it up. Look it up. Especially this battle scene. Oh, man, I wish I knew it. Man, I wish I knew it. Oh, man, I wish I knew it. But it's right there on the walls. You'll see the Pharaoh. He holding the arrow, letting you know that goddamn it, war is goddamn open between two landmass of people. Not two nations on the same land mass of a continent. No, between two continents. And if you go back and look at when they said about Hyksos or Hyksos, what they call them, foreign invaders. So goddamn it, everything dealing with their way of life is foreign because they live in the motherfucking sea. Okay? They shit was dealing with growing potatoes and shit like that, like medieval times. God damn it, they can see, okay, they got some agricultural skills. We can work with their ass. But you ain't see that shit now, did you? No. You ain't see that. All you saw motherfuckers come and take shit. Take it on their ship and go. Whether it be food, material, jewelry, or goddamn me kids or women, or even goddamn baby boys. And that's all this shit was. A hostile takeover. But again, go and look at the battle scene in Egypt, and you're going to see one group is rocking the goddamn horn. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I suggest y'all go ahead and take some time out and go and study some Japanese culture and go and look at their ancient culture. That way you can see how far back they go. Another thing you can take a look at, what we have, the Shango or Shango bone. Over there in Asia, they got the oracle bone. Okay, that deals with the same type of technique when it comes to writing. Okay, it was writing on the bones because we know that was almost closer to a resemblance to stuff not being to be weather conducive. But we know when bones dry out, it crack. Somebody can easily break the shit and damage it, and now it's gone. Now we can see why they start to do what? Write in stone. Now we see why they had to switch to that. Because dealing with the bones, somebody can easily destroy that evidence, which they probably was doing. Or a flood could wash it away, which probably happened. Or it could burn up within the fire or something like that for somebody either invading it or a forest fire from, fucking a natural disaster from electricity or whatever, from lightning. So with that being said, now we can see why writing in stone had to switch from the bone. We can see that now. We can see that now. Writing on the walls and also writing in caves. The ones in caves are preserved. Why? Because it never got damaged. You see? And the person probably was puzzled to see, damn, who was probably here and admired that. So, but you can see why the cave work is never chiseled out hardly, opposed to shit that's already out there with color and beauty and perfection, and that's chiseled. But these are ways of understanding as far as with history, because this Ashungo bone, they said, well, I don't want to go by what they say, but long story short, it's one of the original bones. I mean, one of the original works of writing out there. And further on down, you got the oracle bone being shown where? In goddamn Asia. You see? While this over here is in Africa, which shows you that both parties were in dealing with communication. Okay? They were dealing with communication. So, with that being said, how was it that both had the knowledge to write on bone? You see, because when you bring up some shit called fallen angels, damn it, they ain't say shit about taught man how to write on bone. Hell, they ain't even talk about motherfuckers how to carve on rocks. You taught man language. Okay, you taught man language. How you taught man language if they already had a writing system in places that y'all don't even talk about in your book? You see, this is the problem. This is the problem. But long story short, could it be possible that the material that they found in the oracle bone could be related to Africa, which showed that Africans were in Asia? You see? Because if you go look into what's called the Fluxin, no, that's a different lake. There's a lake over there where there's an underwater ruins, and it's pretty much got different details in it. We're trying to find out who built it, but of course, you know, they society gonna want to cover up because they don't want somebody to catch on to shit. Because once we start to figure stuff out, then you got the villain. But long story short, there's even an underwater ruins that's underwater over there, and it's got a lot of goldness to it, or however they carved it. But it looks very very pretty. But anyway, it showed that showed me at least that there was Africans in South Asia, and with the Shungo bone being found over there in Asia, it just probably showing a particular communication between the two, and not to mention that's in South Asia, while up in North Asia you got the Siam pyramid. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. So that particular location is a very high extensive detail when it comes to what culture was presently there, and it's starting to show more and more evidence that over here it was blacks that was in Asia, opposed to red culture of Asia, which showing me that this culture was part of another one in the Pacific. And chances are they could have been on the island. Chances are there could have been a continent that submerged. Ain't no telling how it got ruined. Because you gotta remember, once these knuckleheads found explosives, it's like, ooh, we don't know what to do with ourselves. We found a new toy to play with. So let's tear shit up. And all it takes for you to throw explosives at all that heavy duty rocks. And what you think shut all that shit the hell down anyway? Over there in Africa. Or any other ancient place. What you think tore it the hell on up? Something so structurally together with all that concrete. And that's showing me something right there. That's showing me something right there. Here you got what is that? That one particular I know it's like tombstones, right? All right. Yeah, I know it's starting to come together now, damn it. Because I know you're starting to see what I'm drawing. All right. All right. What I'm drawing here is the four figurines. I think this is linked to the four kings in Egypt. Now, mind you, this particular character, I don't know what was so oddball about it, but this particular character, they fucked him up. Half of the body damn near cut the fuck off. The head and shit down here. Body parts over here and shit. He all fucked. As a matter of fact, let me just take your ass on now. They did you wrong, King. Whoever you were, they did you wrong. That's just how that shit look. Something similar to that. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, what you think, you see how massively big they are. These are damn near trillions, damn near linked to the ones that's over there in Bolbec Limiter. Now, here you have these heavy megalith trillions to where it's heavy as fucking hell. And we can see scenes where somebody probably was shooting at this shit and still couldn't break it. How the hell they broke this shit? Obviously. What's the one thing that'll break something so heavy up like this? C4. Explosives. Either way you put it. And this goes to show you that during ancient times, someone had access to explosives. That's facts. You ain't finna break this shit up with no fire, setting fire to it, or goddamn me throwing sticks and stones at this shit or even arrows at it. No. Explosives. So once somebody learned how to build and copied the style of building, it is what it is, because one thing we do know about Asia, these people build underground. They have a fucking tunnel and a whole fucking damn network underneath your ass. Miles and miles in the goddamn earth. Okay? And again, who you think taught these other cultures, whether it be Europe or America, with their military, including Russia in the Middle East with their military and bunkers? Because down here, you have access to water and electricity. And guess what? It's free. You have the memo on the walls that shows you how to make free electricity, whether it be thermal or through photosynthesis or through goddamn aquatic engineering. Meanwhile, y'all on the surface, you surface dwellers, y'all up here suffering in cities and shit. Y'all up here suffering in the goddamn projects and shit. See the game? So, you wonder why the first thing they go pulling out all these dead bodies is some shit called organs. You do the math on where the fuck that shit going. You do the math on it. And where they always place the goddamn devil. That's right, same location. And who they linked up to the devil? Who you think inspired the word devil to white people? Who you think they call red devil? Asia, baby. Go ask any white person that. Or any pink person that. Or any albino. Who they call red devil. It's the information that's beyond y'all control. And somehow, somewhere, y'all gotta learn how to stop some shit that's greater than you. Are you able to do it? Only time will tell, because life is gonna test all of us real soon. Hope y'all enjoyed that information. This your big brother, your little brother, Dolomite, aka Dolan, saying, hey, don't break the Harriet Tubman rule, man. Stay on point with life. Stay on point. 20, 40, 60 deep. We don't want to keep seeing our brothers and sisters getting jacked the hell up on Facebook, man. Y'all get caught out here on a solo tip. Start doing things with them babies and with the elders. You think you'd be caught out there by the police or in somebody's establishment if you on whatever, social media, World Star, whatever, getting embarrassed You in the wrong position. You should be out here teaching these babies or out here with the elders. No, you're all about self-imagery. Self-imagery means you're going to sit here and step on somebody to look good. Whatever floats your boat. Remember, when you die, you got to look at our ancestors. There's going to be a nice long line of people ready to whoop your ass. So stay on point with that science. Stop doing your people dirty, man. Take your ass into rehab and leave that selfish shit alone and quit sabotaging. One love. We out.